Alright, so this time in hashtag Siege Like Flex, we have Ikit Claw versus City of Couronne, led by Mr. Alberic de Bordeleux himself. So, basic setup. Units in the corner, per usual. Catapults at the ready. No cannons in this army, just the catapults. Bretonnians, they got peasants, they got knights, and they got flying knights. They have their own trebuchets, more knights, lots of knights, knights everywhere. This is Bretonnia. One thing I did just notice is the projectiles Bretonnians are launching at me are cows. Yep, Bretonnians are launching cows at me. Those poor cows. It's coming from their towers. Alright, so, as you can see, my units are kind of, in danger of the towers. But that's nothing that a few individual rats can't just soak up for them and just be fine. Alright, we're going to start. It's going to be a lot of pelting with catapults. These catapults have 55 ammo because of Ikit Claw and his trusty engineer, Mr. Belquint Marsqueak. And then let's begin. The first thing is to take out these pesky towers so they stop shooting their cows at me. I want to watch these cows come out. They just come out of the cannons. Just cows. And the good thing about shooting the towers is it actually hits the peasants behind them. I'm also going to just, looks like I'm destroying this tower just in case I go over there. I don't, unlike with the Skrolk one, with the cannons, don't really do much outside of destroying walls and towers. Catapults do have uses outside of towers, so you don't want to waste too much ammo on them. But this first part is just going to be a lot of catapulting. We'll have some spells being dropped as well. See, you can move your important rats up to where they're not in line of fire of any of their ranged units, and they'll be protected by the wall. Unlike Skrolk, Ikit doesn't just randomly kill people just by standing near him though, so you actually have to work for it. That's just Ikit's ability followed up with some plague spell from the plague priest. And this ranged unit is almost gone. Those are the ones that can actually like perch up on walls and shoot you, so I tend to focus the ranged units first. And here I'm going to be using up a lot of magic before I go into the catapult, just to get the most value out of them. So there's going to be a lot of waiting. Sometimes these trebuchets or other like catapult type units will position themselves to actually launch at you, so I'm just going to use some rats from below to try to disrupt them. If you knock them off of their trebuchet, they tend to just run up on the wall by themselves and just leave their trebuchet behind. So that's the ultimate goal. In the meantime, I did have another plague spell. I cast it up on here. It's a very useful spell that can get cast on top of the wall. Every so often, the AI thinks it's bold enough to come out of their walls, in which case you just send Ikit after them. Ikit can handle them, no problem. In fact, the Plague Priest probably could have handled them, no problem. They're just some foot squires. Yep, here on out it's going to be just waiting for spells. Seeing what some spells can do here, or Ikit's thing. It does pretty good amount of damage to these infantry units. It gets done 11k, and my wizard, it's just getting kills after kills after kills. I will have to be mindful of this tower. As you see, it's pretty close to shooting everything. It's more Ikit destruction. Getting rid of these yeoman peasants. Actually does and then followed up by a plague. Pretty much wiped out that whole unit right there. But there are a lot of units to go. This was a Bretonnian settlement with a full army inside of it and another army backing it up. Wasn't quite as full, but it essentially got 3 armies in this. Yeah, and this is when I accidentally moved my catapults as they're in range here. I take offense to that. I move them out of range, send my dude to protect, and destroy that tower, because how dare it shoot at me. Rat will be fine. Flying cows can't hurt my rat. And just destroy that real quick. Alright. With that tower gone, I should be able to position the catapults to just rain green hell upon all of these peasants. Set my engineer close enough to be able to hit as well. Set the engineer with catapults because he has an ability that'll increase a lot of the stuff with the catapults, like accuracy and things like that. And then you just start mowing down. What are they gonna do about it? They can't retaliate. They won't leave their walls. They won't rush you. They see this just catapults aside, these units sitting off in a corner still. They're afraid of that. They need their walls. Now the catapults don't do too much to the single target, so your main focus with the catapults is any of the units. Just basically infantry units the most, as it'll wipe them out pretty good. Sometimes they'll just send more peasants out to fight Ikit, but Ikit will handle that no problem. The Pegasus Knights are panicking, but they don't know what to do. They can't leave their town square. That is unheard of. They want to come out here and destroy these catapults. It'd be so easy for them. But Alberic, in his infinite wisdom up here, must defend the town square for the lady. And this is just more raining death upon the infantry. And you got one attacking these knights. It does pretty good damage to them as well. It'll eventually knock them out, but it will use a lot of ammo. As you can see, they might not look like they have a lot of kills, but they're providing a lot of value here. These knights don't have that much unit scale, so and since battle pilgrims are unbreakable, they're kind of annoying. I did set up one catapult to go take out the trebuchets, just because every so often they can be annoying with it and actually use them. And if they actually use them, they'll be a problem for me. And, my ammo's starting to run low. There's a lot of units left. What do I do with this? Get some more plagues as magic is slowly recharging at this point. Use them when I can. Am I going to have to use my units in the corner? Are they going to be useful? Probably. We'll see how we utilize them. Alright. Second catapult that's lost its ammo. Using this to try to thin them up as little as I can. Mostly the infantry unit here, the foot squires. That's what the most value would come from. Alright. Catapults are out. What do I do next? That's my army, right? That army just sits in the corner. Nah, it's time to actually utilize my army to its fullest potential. Send in the mortars, send in the warlock Giselles. We're going to show them the true might of the Skaven army. No blessings of the lady can protect them. My engineer still just shooting whatever he can. I was hoping to try to get rid of these foot squires. But that's what these Giselles are for now. Now you just continue to lay on them from a range where they can't do anything about it. This is mostly just setting them up so that they can actually hit them. You know, these actually do defend them. As you can see, it does block shots. Right, the Giselles aren't the best here, but the Globadiers and the mortars do pretty well because they arc up and over. However, when there is these got blown up by catapults, these defenses. So it's a lot easier for the Giselles to hit them when they come over here. Now it's just about moving them, keep them in an area where they can actually be useful. You don't really want to leave their auto fire on because I think you just start blowing through their ammo on targets that they're not even hitting. This is just we're really trying to clean up this wall so where the only units left are their knights. That way we can perch up on the wall ourselves with some more like global deer units, the flamethrower units. Mostly just the flamethrower units as I'm using the globadiers to clear off the wall. I mostly ran the plague priest off because the magic at this point I've pretty much tapped it from what I have available. It's gonna slowly regen. However, whatever magic I get left is most likely going to be used on Ikit just to regen, as when he casts spells, he regens a little bit. I'm pretty sure at this point I did walk over and grab Isabella's trait for regen. So he also has regeneration just normally. However, he can get more regen just by casting spells, so I'll save the magic for that. And you'll see where it's useful. This is just continuing to clean up. This was one of their paladin heroes, thinking that they can just sit up on their wall and be fine. This is interesting. It looks like, you know, it's like getting ricocheted over. Yeah, this doesn't look very efficient. I agree. I don't have much else that can hit them though. This Globadier should be able to, but they got some other purposes that I want to get them on the wall for. With the Giselles arc, you know, the best they can do is be in range to shoot the Pegasus Knights, really. So let's try to clean up the wall. Not very effective though, as you can see. And here we go. I have these Deathglow Bombardiers, as they are anti-infantry. But armor piercing, the armor piercing is really nice versus their knights. And these anti-large will also be very nice against the knights. Now, time to start busting down the gate, Ikit style. It is time for Ikit to get inside. And they really like putting knights in this position. So just having Globadiers rain death on them here is just going to be crazy value. You can see, there are 233 kills here. Poison Wind is going to go up pretty quick. Alright, so I got these Rattling Gunners. What am I doing with them here? Uh, these are the Regiment of Renown, so they have slightly lower range, so I decided to move them up. This is end up going to be a bad decision, but it's going to work out for the first bit. So I have them all in range to shoot at this door. So what I'm going to try to do with Mr. Ikit Claw is run in, grab the attention of some Bretonnians, and then run out so they can get sprayed to death from the Rattling guns. This strategy of mine was kind of in a work of progress. You'll see my alignment of Rattling guns change throughout. As you can probably already tell that this isn't going to be the most efficient for shooting into a small door. But it's going to take a little while for Ikit to destroy a gate by himself. So I will end up bringing my other two heroes over to help him with that. But for now, I was focused on my Globadiers to clean off this wall so they can have wall superiority. Alright, so right now, the only unit that can get up on the wall right here is this Paladin. And any flying units can attack the wall, or any ranged units can attack on the wall. But these Globadiers are spent, but for some reason they can't just climb back down the ladder. It makes sense to just climb back down the ladder, so I'm just gonna try to hide him in that corner there. Oh, there's another Paladin, or Henry La Massif. He's the legendary lord for Reponse. Must have acquired her. I use a nuke just to soften him up a little bit. I have a lot of food, a lot of warp tokens, so might as well drop a nuke. It didn't do a lot. I was curious to see if it did damage to flying units, but it didn't. So it just basically wiped out that one yeoman group. And here we go. Got some more knights trying to go into this corner. I don't know. They heard stories of rats in this corner, but they didn't realize what that meant. Alright, we almost have the gate destroyed now. Now it's time for the other heroes to back up because this is the show. And here we go. Here it is in action. I'm doing a lot of spraying on my poor Warlock Engineer. But we are Skaven and we don't care. Alright, those heroes could just walk off. Doesn't matter. It's time for Ikit to do his thing. They don't like him as soon as he gets to that gate. These knights, they heard the stories of the corner. However, it's not going to be the same end for them as I am running out of ammo. Alright, I got some lucky units out here getting sprayed. Gotta get that guy out of there so he doesn't get mowed down as well. These poor Grail Knights. Oh yeah, that Grail Relic has just got blasted. In more hindsight, I could have used these warp fire throwers to put on the wall with these globadiers, and I will later. I just it, it can happen much sooner than what I did here. Got some more knights. They're falling for the trickery. The trickery of the Skaven. Yes, yes. And Ikit's just trying to keep them from actually making it to my Rattling Gunners. As you can see, and this is where just the formation that I have initially kind of sucks. I've gotten some friendly fire here. Some rats have died from these other rats. Just because they're shooting into them. It took me a long time to notice it too. I was more focused on my Ikit. And these guys are really hard to take away from the corners. They really like the corner. As soon as I just moved to the gate, they're like, no, 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 that corner. I almost got one. Almost got him. Ooh. Oh, so close. So close. Now I changed up my strategy with my rat's position. I moved him a little closer in my thoughts. If I can get him to the gate, I could start shooting him. These ranged yeoman archers just being annoying over here. This is one of Ikit's items to shoot out a blast at him. Come on, knights. Take the bait. Follow Ikit. Fight outside the walls. Bring glory to the lady outside of the walls. I'm trying to not fight in your town. This should just be easy territory. Oh, we got some Phoenix. Oh, we got some Pegasus Knights. Pegasus Knights. We got them. And this is where my dudes really got lit up from behind. As these rats are just shooting at an upward arc but still hitting them. My Rattling Gunners here got blasted by friendly fire. But it wouldn't be a Skaven battle if there wasn't a ton of friendly fire. So this is acceptable results. I almost got me some more Pegasus Knights. They seem to be a little easier to lure out than these Knights of the Realm and Grail Guardians over here in this corner. Now I gotta be a little bit more bold. I gotta let them actually come and hit me in order to get them out. Here we go. From now on, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more bold with Ikit. Thankfully, we grabbed regeneration on Ikit, and we have some winds of magic to cast spells if we need to get a little bit quicker regeneration. And this is when I noticed, like, oh no, my Rattling Gunners, they're getting blown up. They're getting destroyed here. Need to move them into the line. I still haven't realized the flaw in just this straight line, though. Oh, we got them just outside the gate. So close. Rattling Gunners didn't shoot in time. Alright, we're taking some hits. But we're massive. We can run out. We can hopefully charge back at them. Come on, come on. No. Alright. I was doing that to heal myself a bit faster. Come on. Come out of the gate. You know you want to. There we go. Good nights. Good nights. Good. Didn't kill him though. It's unfortunate. They ran back inside. That time they were smart. Alright, come on. Come on, Grail Knights. You can do it. You can do it. Almost there. There you go. Good Grail Knights. Good, good. And they realized what was waiting for them. Got a pretty good chunk on that one. Time to change up my formation of my rats. This time I want to be able to have them shoot inside the door a little bit so they can get started by the time they get out. And there we go, we got some shots off. Make sure that even when they play like this I can get some shots off. Get them down a little bit. Now we're just kind of weeding them out little by little. I need to let Ikit regen for a little bit. But this time I'm thinking of some formations to change. Now I'm kind of, you can see now I decided to kind of point them all towards the door. This is really what I should have started off with, because this guy starts in range, or is actually in range of the door. And now here we go. Everyone's just blasting in the door. They can't move. They can't move. How are they supposed to get back inside the walls? And they made it back. But they're retreating. These cowards. There we go. The lady has blessed them. But there we go. Now they're super scared. They don't want any more of these rats. They've seen enough rats with Gatling guns. It's not worth it. Here we go. We got them. Got them, boys. That's a pretty good chunk on those knights. Hopefully we can get these other Grail Guardians out with them. Ooh, if we can get both of them though. Oh, almost. Ikit's getting kind of low again. Cast a spell, increases regen. Alright, we're gonna get us some knights. Are they coming out, these Grail Guardians? And yeah. They don't learn. I've had to pull them out multiple times, but they really, really want that juicy Ikit. I mean, look at him. You just look at him. Look how adorable he is. Sitting in his little doom wheel. He got his own little flag. His own little slave pumping away. Man, he's been pumping for a while now. You know, he never gets tired. He's a strong rat. Alright. So we have one more unit of Grail Knights. Gotta let Ikit regen a little bit though. Here I have positioned my what's left of my Warp Locked Jezzails. They have pretty good range, so they might be able to shoot some of the flying units, kind of soften them up while I wait for Ikit to regen. There we go. He's only doing a little bit of damage to him, but a little bit of damage is a little bit of damage. Yep. Ikit's still just regenning away, but You can see our balance of power meter has starting to get closer to being in our favor. They started with 3,200 units to my 560, but now I have more units than they do. Granted, in a field battle, their units would still mop the floor with with my army. I wouldn't be able to do anything against all of the sheer knights that they have, bum rushing all my ranged units. This is why we fight them inside of their walls. This is where our advantage comes in. You know, better late than never. I moved in my warp fire throwers. They'll handle the corner. That way when Ikit gets his regen back, he can just start focusing on this back here. Play these Pegasus Knights. Maybe even Alberic himself. That'd be really good value. These warfires actually do some pretty good damage to these knights. I really should have had them up on this wall much sooner. I wouldn't have had to do all of that knight chasing from before. Oh yeah, it really blew up them Knights of the Realm. Oh, these were just Knights Errant. Grill Knights can take a little bit more fire. But for the most part, they're toast. These Grail Knights don't really know if they want to retreat or not. Ikit can move up closer to him, lower his leadership down to a point where he'll retreat. But he got a charge off, so his leadership actually went up a bit. There we go, I got some shots off. Now they're just deadly terrified. Alright. Time to start pulling some Pegasus Knights. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, I've already pulled them over once before, and it worked out pretty well, except for my units got blasted. You know, just bringing some fire to the town. It's not a big deal. It's gonna be ruins here soon anyways. There we go. Blast them. Blast them. This is a problem with them being this close, as these Pegasus Knights can actually reach them. But we have Ikit here to help them, and this is a problem. This is an unforeseen problem that I probably should have had them over here when I'm leading them this way instead from when they flew back. Minor issue in the stratagem that is hashtag siege like flex, but it's fine. We have ways around this. We can work with this. You know, what's a battle without a little bit of unplanned, just tomfuckery to go your way? Got to plan around their plans, planning around your plans. Although these Pegasus Knights, there's some tough units. Oh, these are the Royal Hippogriff Knights. Even worse for me. Hopefully I can just kill kill these Warfire units just to kill these knights here, these Hippogriff Knights. Come on. Don't worry about friendly fire. You're Skaven. Just burn them. Burn these chickens. Come on. I don't want to. My poor warp fire throwers. But we have rattling guns being able to shoot them, which is kind of nice. They're holding in though. They're staying strong. Oh, we finally got them. Shooting fire at these birds. Come on. Keep on doing it. Oh, let them get too close. Henry Le Massif don't care about fire. No, my units. Alright, get in there. Protect each other. Kill these birds. They're so low. There's only 4 left. Although one is stronger than each of you individually. Come on, ratlings, get in position. Shoot this flying one. Just kind of flying above menacingly. Oh, there we go. We got him to retreat. Shoot him down, shoot him down. Don't let him come back. There we go. Saved one of our units here. We have plenty of ammo with the rattling guns. Ikit in a little bit of trouble. It's fine. It's going to be a little bit of regeneration arc on Ikit here. However, we got army loss penalty, so that's minus 100 leadership. However, as you can see, they have a lot of leadership, where minus 100 doesn't bring them down all the way. Alright, time to send Ikit in. Time to reduce that leadership. Oh, you got some extra leadership. Run, run, Ikit, run. Oh, Alberic's here. Alberic's come to play. Didn't realize there was all. Oh, Ikit, please. Oh, 150 health, 90 health. Ikit, he's alive. Alberic's dead. We got him, boys. And that is how you hashtag siege like flex.